I just met this girl in the bar.
Hi.
And she says she owns this yacht.
I
So
do own this yacht.
how long have you owned it for?
5 years.
How much did you pay for it?
I can't disclose that. That's like.
What do you do for a
personal.
living? Are you like wealthy family or what exactly?
Generational wealth.
Really? How much are you worth, your family? How much?
You can Google me at Carla Diab.
Have you ever looked into the secretive world of yachting? With A-list stars such as Bella Hadid, Hailey Bieber, Meghan Markle, and Kendall and Kylie Jenner being involved with yachting, many people question the ethics of the act. Yachting in this context refers to a niche lifestyle choice. Women, oftentimes models and influencers, are invited by wealthy men to join them on their yachts. And from the surface, it looks like a fun way for women to progress their careers while making money just by partying on a private yacht. But yachting has a dark history of coercion, sexual exploitation, and even human trafficking. The idea is simple. In exchange for their company, these women receive gifts, paid trips, and even money. And the amount of these gifts they receive at the end of the trip are dependent on the amount of favors that they do for these men. And I think you know what I mean when I say favors. Now, yachting is a frighteningly common way that many young up-and-coming actresses and models get their careers off the ground. And one suspected example of this is Meghan Markle. You can pause and read this, but that basically explains it. And the crazy thing is that some people even speculate that this is how she met Prince Harry. I mean, she was literally a deal or no deal suitcase holder before she married into the royal family. You might ask, Ethan, so what? You know, all these chicks are meeting super wealthy men while also getting paid handsomely just to party on a yacht, basically. But to that I say, look up Dubai porta potty scandal. I'm not going to get into the intricacies of it, but I'll summarize it for you. So basically, a bunch of wealthy Middle Eastern men invite young girls from all across the globe to come party on their yacht. Then they poop on them. Then they make them consume the human waste. And the whole thing's just grotesque, and it makes you realize that there's just way too many sick, twisted people in power. But ultimately, in most cases, the yachting lifestyle is a choice made by consenting adults. It's an intriguing world where wealth and glamour intersect. But as with all things, it's important to remember that all that glitters isn't always gold.
What's going on, everyone? This is Star. Welcome to the channel. And as you can see, we're talking about yacht girls. What are yacht girls? I'm glad you asked. Yacht girls are professional prostitutes and B or C list Hollywood actresses and models who accept payment for sex. Now, if you a yacht girl and you got mad at that definition, don't get mad at me, get mad at Google. Summer is fast approaching and it's going to be a lot of hot chicks on a bunch of yachts. These women on these yachts are getting sold, human trafficked, and unalived. You ever heard of a snuff film? Go look it up. These billionaire men, they be drinking that expensive champagne and popping pills and essaying chicks one by one. Some of these billionaires, they're into rough sex. They be choking out these women. They choke them so hard, next thing you know, they at the pearly gates. Confused. Is that you, Lord? Yes, my child. Y'all be careful this summer, especially if you a yacht girl. Stop getting so drunk. Pretend like you getting drunk. Pretend like you sniffing cocaine. Pretend like you popping pills. Because if that billionaire wants to do a snuff film without your knowledge or he unalives you accidentally, he can hide the body. Now, the black women, you can't leave them out. They're out here having their fun as well. And guess what? They will suffer the same consequences if they come across that billionaire who can't control his liquor and his pill popping. And black women, if you get unalived on one of these yachts, they just gonna throw your ass overboard because they figure, hey, nobody gives a damn anyway. Listen, it's a cold world out here. Welcome to America. Some women are like ballerinas out here, and they stay on their toes. And they keep an eye on everything. They even catch men putting stuff in their drinks. But you know what happens? The man ends up drinking his own concoction. Next thing you know, he's passed out on the floor. Sounds like a Cardi B story, doesn't it? Anyways, let's move on to Whitney Houston.
It's my dad. It's my dad. I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Mom, come see her. Come say hi to Come say hi to your godfather. Okay? Come say hi to your goddad.
You came out, and so I'll address the issue as respectable as I can. I really miss my friend. You know, I really do. I'm still hurting. I just want to say, like Whitney, I love giving back to the kids. I love, helping my community. I've been a part of the Brotherhood Crusade and working with them since I was 16 years old. It's just such a tough time for me. I've been through a lot in these past 2 weeks. I'm able to look at life in a whole different way. I always look at my phone because I got a picture of somebody that I really love, and it helps me through the day. This is all new for me. I'm really emotional right now. I really don't know really what to say. But what I will say is that I love and I'm hurt. But I enjoy being around people, that support me and that give me a sense of peace. And that's what these kids do for me, and that's what the Brotherhood Crusade does for me. So I really don't have a lot more to say right now. I just want to thank all of y'all for coming out. Again, I want to thank my mom and my dad and my whole family for supporting me through these times. What I will say, though, that is the most important thing to me of all, is that God is talking to me. God is talking to me right now. And now is the time for me to listen. So my ears are open. Thank you, God.
You know, there's a lot of rumors about Whitney Houston and Ray J. And remember when Kim Kardashian called Whitney Houston a crackhead? At least Whitney Houston had talent. Kim Kardashian came into the game with her pussy and her ass out. That's not talent. Well, to Hollywood it is talent. Excuse me. For so many years, people were saying that Ray J was in the room with Whitney when she died. Is it true? I don't know. I wasn't there. They said that they were together for years. They said that he was her drug pusher. And they also said that her daughter almost drowned in the tub, right? That same night? Crazy.
Whitney Houston's autopsy is 42 pages long. And yes, I did read all of it. So let's get into all the things that I read and all the medications she was on at the time of her death. So as we already know, Whitney Houston was born August 9th, 1963 in Newark, New Jersey, and passed away February 11th, 2012 in Beverly Hills, California. Her death was ruled an accident, and even though it was speculated that she was found in her bathtub, she actually wasn't. Someone did in fact find her face down in her bathtub, but by the time the paramedics got to the hotel, she was laying in the living room of her hotel room. She was 48 years old, 5 feet 6 inches, and 151 pounds. Once her assistant found her dead inside of her bathroom of room 434 at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, she called the paramedics, and the body was removed from the bathtub and put on the floor. Now, as I was reading the list of medications that she was on, I noticed that she was on a lot of antibiotics. The first prescription medication we see here is SACRIFIC. It's used for heartburn, stomach ulcers, or gastric reflux. Then we see 2 prescriptions for alprazolam, also known as Xanax. Then we see 3 prescriptions for amoxicillin, which is a penicillin antibiotic that can also be used to treat stomach ulcers. So this is the second medication that she was prescribed already for stomach ulcers. And then she was prescribed 2 prescriptions of dexamethasone, which are steroids, and can also treat inflammation. She was also prescribed minocycline, which is another antibiotic that treats infections, Nistidine, which is a cream that treats fungal infections, prednisone, which is another steroid, and more Xanax. Her drowning death was due to the effects of heart disease and cocaine use. They found a history of substance abuse, perforation of posterior nasal septum due to snorting coke, heart disease, 60% narrowing of right coronary artery, pulmonary edema, mild emphysema, leiomas of uterus, congestion of the right colon, scald burns, abrasion of the left forehead, abrasion of the left hand, abrasion of the right lower leg, and superficial incision of the upper lip. She had small scars on the interior of her areola associated with breast implant, a linear scar on the anterior left forearm, a faint scar at the anterior pelvic brim, a scar at the area of the left hip, and 2 piercings on each ear. Now let's get into this hefty list of substances that were found in her blood or her urine at the time of death. In her blood, she had 2 types of benzos and cocaine. In her blood and her heart, she had ethanol, cocaine, fentanyl, opiates, ibuprofen, more benzos, marijuana, and more alcohol. She also had MDMA, also known as Molly or ecstasy. I am running out of time, so just let me know if you want a part 2. And also let me know who other celebrity autopsies you guys want me to cover. Peace.
All right, let's talk about Jeannie Mai and Jeezy. He says he wants custody of his daughter because Jeannie Mai works too much. You met her on the job. She's been an independent woman for a very long time. I remember when Jeannie Mai had a show where she was teaching women how to dress. You know what's so funny about this couple? Well, they're not a couple anymore, but when the media started broadcasting this couple, they created a whole fairy tale full of bullshit. And the black men were eating it up. Yeah, y'all need to be like Jeannie Mai. Okay, I'm gonna be a gold digger out here. Because that's what's going on now. It's so funny how these men have post-nut clarity after the baby is born. Right when that baby pops out, they're like, damn, I don't really like this bitch. Black men make such a big deal between black and white women, but at the end of the day, they treat all these women the same. No matter what color you are, it's bullshit all around the board. A lot of these white women, they going through hell behind closed doors, getting their asses beat. I did a YouTube video when I first started YouTube, and I talked about when I was in school and I was living in the dorm and a white woman was dating a young black man, and we thought they had the perfect relationship, but come to find out he was beating her ass, beat her till she was black and blue. And she took off her clothes and showed me her battered body. Have you ever seen a white woman beaten till she's black and blue? It is horrifying. And guess what? On a winter night, he tried to throw her out the window. And we were living on the top floor. They be going through hell, I'm telling you. And when you go on TikTok, you see a lot of white women talking about their relationships with black men and how the black men are constantly putting down black women to their white girlfriends. And the white girlfriends are confused because they're trying to figure out why you so obsessed with the black woman. Needless to say, these black men, they need to get it together.
We can have your name.
I'm Serenity.
Serenity,
Yes.
how old are you?
I'm 29.
29. And what do you do?
I'm in finance. I'm a financial advisor, and then I also am a personal trainer part-time.
Okay, all right, cool.
She
And what
tall and strong.
I'm looking for
Serena
someone who
Williams
has,
built.
Hi, my name is David. I'm 34.
All right. And David, why did you end up popping your balloon?
She very beautiful. You seem strong, like you beat me up.
What do black men usually say about black women? Oh, they need to get in the gym. They out of shape. And then when a black woman is in shape in front of their face, oh, she too strong. Is it that she's too strong or that she doesn't have a dick? I didn't play that full video, but another guy said he didn't pick her because she didn't have on a bracelet. And another guy said he didn't pick her because he didn't like her shoes. Are you guys cross-dressing out here on the boulevard? And you think you a better bitch than she is? I think Diddy got a better shot than anybody. I'm Star. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. Good night.
Don't act like you forgot. I call a shot. Like blah, blah, blah. Y'all should know me well enough.